In knowing yourself, you know reality. And in knowing reality, you can know yourself. In this video, we explore a very common misperception, namely that life has two sides to it, a positive and a negative, like two sides of the same coin. This is actually a misperception. So grab yourself a hot cup of cocoa or a coffee or a whiskey, I don't care. Just lay back and let's look into it. So let's look at some typical examples of negative experiences. So you can miss your bus to work, negative experience. You can get a diagnosis of a health issue, negative experience. You can have a coworker that you work with every day and who is just an annoying person who always tries to get under your skin. It's not a fun situation. It's a negative experience, right? Notice how every negative experience can be translated into a lack of something, a missing of something, right? So you miss your transportation to your work. That is the lack. Or in the second example, you lack a healthy body. And in the third example, you lack a positive experience at work or a positive, a fun time at work, right? That's what you miss, that's what you lack. Now, the positive is often depicted as a plus, meaning a something that exists, something that is. And then the negative is depicted as a minus and something that is not, something that is missing, something that does not exist. The negative does not exist and the positive does exist. So the positive is also seen as a yes. The positive is yes and the negative is no. Now, yes and no, and positive and negative, are way more different from one another than just being each other's opposite. So even logically, it is simple to see that how irrational it is, or impossible it is, to focus on something which is not, on the negative, something that does not exist. How can you focus on that which is not? That is the experience of negativity. Negativity does not exist. Only positivity exists. Everything around you is existence. Everything is something. Everything is a plus, a yes, a something. Something which is not, a lack, does not exist. So focus on that, and you focus on nothing. You focus on a void. It's not there, but you imagine it. Therefore, there is the experience of negativity, but there is never any negativity. There is never any lack. There is never any gap anywhere, but there can be the experience of lack, the experience of negativity. Only positive force exists, because nothing can ever be destroyed, and nothing ever stops transforming. So that means that whatever gets destroyed, simultaneously something else gets born. You cannot have destruction without birth. So therefore, you have a constant movement of force, which is positive force, because there's always creation. You can look at destruction or you can look at creation. It depends on what you look at. If you take a hammer and you smash a boulder, right, then you can say that it is destruction of the boulder, or it is creation of gravel. You can never destroy without creating, because no energy can ever be lost. But of course, there are things in life that are desirable and others are not. So because negativity does not exist, you should also never say no. You should always say yes. Let me give you a visualization so that you can understand this. What you are is consciousness itself. You are immovable awareness of what is. But what is energy which is always moving, changing, transforming. So imagine yourself like this. And you're in a current. There are constantly things coming towards you. Always something new. That's what life is. That's the natural flow of life. You are immovable experiencing this. Now, some things that come towards you are desired, desirable, others are not. So you're right here and you see everything coming. Now, never say no, always say yes. But of course, do not say yes to everything, you see? Imagine something comes towards you that you don't want. Somebody asks you, hey, do you want to go do something tonight? But you don't want to, you don't like this person, right? So maybe verbally you say no to the person, but inside you say yes to something else, to that over there. Even if it's just watching Netflix in your bed, doesn't matter. If you want to do that more, say yes to that. So always say yes. Stay in the positive. So you say yes to that. Okay, then that's what you do. Then the next challenge comes along, something you don't want. Say yes to something what you do want. You see, if you say no, this current is coming towards you. You say something comes towards you and you don't like it, you say no, then you say stop. You see what you're doing? When you say no to something, when you focus on the negative, on the no, on the nothing, then you are saying stop, and you're stopping this current that is constantly moving. You see how much friction that is going to give you, how much energy that you're going to have to spend if you say no? Say yes, but say yes to that over there, to another option. And then you let that go. And that's how you keep on moving in the stream of life. Always say yes, never say no. So dodge the ball, dodge the negativity. To live life means to focus on the positive, on that which is and that which you're going for, not on what you don't have. Even the richest person alive, or the person which has the most things alive, like a private island and a yacht and 20 cars and whatever, he can start saying what he doesn't have, and he can keep on going till the day he dies. If you focus on what you don't have, because you always have almost nothing of what is possible to have. You see, even the richest person alive has almost nothing of everything which is there to have. So if you focus on the negative, you are in lack. It's a waste of energy. Don't do it. It's a misperception. Focus on what is and what you want, on the positive, and leave the negative behind, because it only exists in your own perception as a feeling. It does not exist in the world. Only what is exists in the world. And negativity is purely your own perception.